Hey Run Junkies, we are well on our way to recovery after Slacker, and I wanted to check in with you before another busy week hit us. And I want to first say a quick thank you to all of you guys who are new to the channel, who have recently subscribed. You guys are amazing. Thank you so much. And if you have questions or anything you would like me to talk about on this channel, please let me know in the comment section down below. And also let me know what you guys are training for, because I would like to get to know you, what your background is, and all of that great stuff. So let me know that as well in the comment section. As I said last week, I want to try to hit my steps goal, my daily steps goal, as set by Garmin for the entire month of July. Now, here's what actually happened. I failed the first 3 days, but it was so annoying because all it would have taken just to hit my goal for those first 3 days is just walk around the block once, and I would have actually hit. I was so close, missed it by that much. Now, needless to say, this was just a matter of me not quite being ready, not quite having that mindset of getting the steps goal in every day. So what I started doing was getting up even on my non-run days and going out for a walk. Somebody asked recently in a live video if I run every morning, and no, I don't. I run maybe 3 or 4 days a week, but lately I've been trying to get up on my non-run days and get out for about a 5K walk before I really get my day started. It helps set the tone for the day. It gets the energy going. And even though it's hard to get up early and beat the heat, it's still nice to get those steps goals in early in the day. And I think I've finally gotten into a groove. Now, here is how Garmin can set your steps goals if you have it set to kind of automatically adjust based on your patterns. So if you're training for a marathon, for example, your average daily steps are probably higher than a lot of other people's. So Garmin will adjust that steps goal to maybe 12 or 13,000. When I was training for the Dopey Challenge, it was like 13,500 steps a day. That's a lot. Well, lately I haven't been hitting that. In fact, I've barely been hitting 7,000 steps. So Garmin has adjusted my steps goal to be about 7,500 steps a day. That's actually fairly easy to hit, 7,500 steps a day. It's pretty simple. So getting in that early morning walk has helped me do that. What it's been doing, what Garmin has been doing then, is that the average has been going up over the last few days. So now my daily steps goal is almost 9,000 steps, which is great. That just means that I'm getting more active and things are changing. I'm hoping to see some results in that by the end of the month. So just things you didn't know your Garmin did. Now, I did bite the bullet and I officially registered for the Fortitude 10K. This is one of the few remaining race series that will still offer deferrals. So I figured if I couldn't make it, if I wasn't feeling well, or if it was gonna be super hot, or something happened and my Achilles is just flaring up again, I can push this race off to next year. Now, this race is the second in the Boulder Boulder series. I did the Boulder Boulder at the end of May. This one takes place in September. There are a lot of similarities between these two races. The Boulder Boulder takes place in Boulder, Colorado, and the Fortitude takes place in Fort Collins. You see what they did there. So here are some of the similarities between these two races. The Boulder Boulder and the Fortitude have very similar course layouts. They are almost a complete loop, and there are a lot of twists and turns just so they can get the 6.2 miles within town without going too far out. So there's a lot of turning. Both races are on a holiday Monday. As I said, Boulder Boulder takes place on Memorial Day and the Fortitude takes place on Labor Day. And lastly, they both finish in a university stadium. For the Boulder Boulder, it finishes at the University of Colorado Boulder Stadium, and for Fortitude, it finishes in the Colorado State University Stadium. Now, for all of the similarities these two races have, there are a couple of big differences. And I think I'm going to like Fort Collins a little bit better, because in Boulder, you're running with 46,000 of your closest friends, but in Fort Collins, you might have 8,000 or 9,000 people. Another pretty significant difference is that at the Boulder Boulder, your lowest point on the course is at the start line. So yes, you're going uphill for most of the race. But in Fort Collins, it's a little different. So you might go uphill for the first couple of miles, but then it's a net downhill on that last half of the race course before you hit the stadium. The downside though is weather. So in Boulder, Memorial Day can still be kind of cool, depending on the year, but in Fort Collins, early September is still going to be very warm. So I'm not expecting a really cool race start. The way I'm combating that is that you can submit a proof of time for corral placement. So I submitted my proof of time from the Ogden Half Marathon, which would give me an equivalent 101 10K predicted pace. Whether or not that actually happens, I'm not so worried about it. I was just hoping for an earlier corral to get started earlier before the race really warms up. I am hoping that this race works out because the more I did the research on it, the more excited I got about it, especially the smaller race field. Boulder is just wall-to-wall people, which is fun, but I do like a smaller race. But that is about it for me today, you guys. So please give me a thumbs up if you like this video. And if you haven't already, please subscribe, because here's what's coming up this week on Running with Grace. On Tuesday, I will be talking quite a bit about speed work. I'm kind of revisiting that topic a little bit, and we're going to talk about all the different types of speed work, when you would do them, how you would do them, and for what purpose. Also, if everything works out this week, I will be live on Thursday at noon. So please drop some questions in the comment section and make sure you come back for that as well. And next weekend, I will be teaching at the dive shop again. So whether or not I get an update up to you guys is going to be dependent on how this week goes. I'm just putting it out there. But that's about all I have for you guys today. So thank you so much for watching. Get out there, go find your awesome. Until next time, happy running.